How you doing? It's Kieran here from morelifemoretime.com. Now, at this stage, you would have received all of the free workshops that I sent you, and I hope that you've watched them all and that you're a little bit clearer on what it is that is available to you. Now, I just wanted to shoot this video, hopefully it's going to be a quick video, and just to talk to you about fears, because a lot of you have questions, but I remember when I was in your shoes, and it was only December 2018 when I was starting out on this journey, that I had more fears than questions. And three of the main fears I had back then, I'd like to share with you now and just shine a light on it. And hopefully, if you have the similar fears and you can resonate with them, that I'll be able to ease them for you, because my fears have definitely been eased, or they're just gone now at this stage as well. So the first fear was that I literally wouldn't be good enough, that I wouldn't be able for the education. The second fear was, well, it was more a worry, was cost, just the cost of what's involved in actually getting the education and setting up your own online business. Because let's get real, you can't do this stuff for free. You know, I mean, if you were going to set up a cafe at the corner of the street, like, you'd have all of your costs. You'd probably end up spending 70, 80 grand before you'd be even looking to make a profit. And you probably wouldn't make a profit for, as they say, the first 1,000 days. That's the reality. But thankfully, the costs with the six-figure mentors are nowhere near that type of money. And the third fear was the support from my partner, Michelle. My need for that. So going back to the first fear that I had was my ability to actually take on this education. The reality at the time was, and my programming and my thoughts was, that from the age of 15, I was running a machine. I was getting my hands dirty. I was a grafter. So the idea of flipping the coin completely over and gaining an education which was digital based, setting up an online business, and just everything that's involved in that was completely alien to me. So the fear was that I would be completely out of my depth. If there's any of you out there who have similar fears and you can resonate with that, I just want to reiterate that the training is step by step. It really is. And just as Stuart Ross has told me so many times, this is a marathon and not a sprint. Everybody learns at different paces, at different rates. And the beauty is that there's no time scale. It's you make the time for the education, and whether you have your 9 to 5 and you get home and you put in an hour or two of training, or whether you only have weekends and you just get your head stuck into the trainings, it doesn't matter. It's your time, your pace, and anybody can do this. And I mean that. Anybody can do this. I've surprised myself so many times, and I still surprise myself on a daily basis. And it's just purely because of the type of training and how it is given. It just couldn't be any clearer. So if you've got fears around that and your abilities, just let them go. Test it out, test the waters, and you'll see for yourself. The second fear, as I said, which was more of a worry, was the cost. And I remember back then when I was thinking about that and worrying about that, the reality is and was that for the price of a good bottle of wine, you can put in your application and you can literally get a taste for what is on offer. As far as you get access to your own little dashboard, which is your online office, and all of the different things that are there, and you just get a taste for it. And on the back of that, you'll have even more of a knowledge of whether it's for you or not. And again, it's that no questions asked 30-day money back guarantee. So you have nothing to lose. And that eased my fear or my worry about that. And it was only when I knew for sure that this is for me, that I just made the decision that my monthly membership fees I had to look at that as it's just a business cost. It's the same as any other business. So then the third fear that I had, or need again, was the support from my partner, Michelle. Because the reality is that if you're in a relationship, myself and Michelle are married, we have our son, Ben, and every decision that I make, every decision that Michelle makes, it affects us all as a unit. So the need for support for doing something like this is, I don't know what the word for it is, but it's beyond important. And Michelle in the beginning was skeptical, and so was I, until I got in to see more and more and more and realized that it was an education. It's an education that I get to receive, and that I'm responsible for what I do with that education and my success. And it was only when I expressed to Michelle the repetitiveness of my life, and how I was like, I needed to take responsibility for the choices that I had made and what I had received in return because of those choices. And it might sound cliche, but I remember I was in the kitchen with Michelle, and I just articulated, is that the word? Einstein's theory of insanity, which, if you do not know or haven't heard that, it is the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. And that was my life. And it was only when I expressed that to Michelle that she says, okay, I get it. And she said she was still skeptical, but she was going to support me. And she has supported me to this very day. And I'm very grateful, and I'm very lucky. So they are the three main fears that I was dealing with back in the day when I had started this journey. So I hope they help you to put some of your fears and some of your questions to bed. And again, if you have any more questions for me at all, please don't hesitate to contact me. The email address is right here. And I'll talk to you all very, very soon. Okay? Have a great day. Bye-bye.